Namaste, yogis, cats and down dogs. Come seated on your mats. Happy Christmas, yogis. So we're going to do the stomach and the spleen for Christmas. Thank you for being here. Let's release your hands down onto your knees. Start taking some nice deep breaths. Rounding your sit bones, relaxing your shoulders. Connecting with yourself, connecting with your mat, connecting with your breath. The grounding, stomach and the spleen are ruled by the element of earth. So ground yourself. Bring your left hand onto your heart center, your right hand onto your belly. Start breathing into your stomach organ and into your stomach meridian. So feeling the essence of your stomach meridian. Feeling stable, feeling grounded, that all is well. When the stomach meridian is blocked, we hold doubt and pessimism and confusion and anxiety. As soon as we move those emotions, we can feel stable and grounded. When we're feeling doubtful and confused and anxious, we lose our ability to feel grounded. And we also lose our ability to move ahead with trust. And then releasing your hands down, pressing into your fingers. And then stretch your arms out in front of you. Pull your chin slightly in, press your shoulders away, belly button in. Thumbs between your eyebrows. Focusing on your spleen. Focusing on your spleen organ. Focusing on your spleen meridian. So breathing in abundance. Breathing in feeling valued. And feel valued, feel abundant, feel generous, feel secure. And release overthinking. Release not nurturing yourself. So it's releasing overthinking and feeling undervalued. And the overthinking is when we start worrying whether we did enough, were enough. And then release your hands down onto your knees, breathe in, shoulders up to your ears. Deep out breath. Pull your chin in. Squeeze into your thyroid, open the back of your neck, shoulders down. And then come facing forward so we can release our jaws, which can become very tight when we get pessimistic and doubtful and stressed. Tap under your eye, on your cheekbone. This is stomach 1, an anxiety releasing point. And then open and close your jaw. Big stretches. Feel the release in your jaw. All those things that you couldn't say, didn't say, all the words that you swallowed, release. And then down to the corner of your mouth. More tricky to stretch your jaw now, but work on stomach 4. And then down the front of your neck, dig your fingers to the top of your collarbone. Into stomach 12. One of your fingers will reach that point. Tuck your chin and then look up, open your mouth, close your mouth and come down. Looking up, open your jaw, clench and come down. And last time, looking up and folding forward, head forward. And then releasing your hands onto your knees, breathing in Feel the groundedness and self-compassion that goes out the window when the spleen meridian is blocked. We don't nurture ourselves and we have no compassion for ourselves. Put your arms out with your thumbs up, stretching into your thumbs like, whoo, all is well. Thumbs to the mat, and then bend your elbows, pressing onto spleen 21. Breathing in and out. So you're supporting your immune system, because when we get anxious and confused and doubtful, we suppress our immune system through stress. And then releasing. Breathing in for lion's breath. Nice deep in breath, shoulders up to your ears and out. Come up to seated. Breathe in. Breathe in as much air as you can. And then last time, breathing in. More air in, so you're really energizing your body and grounding yourself. And then rolling your shoulders up and back. Shrugging off the anxiety and the doubt. The doubt is, did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Shouldn't have done that. Blah, blah, blah. All the self-chatter, which then creates problems in the spleen meridian because of all the overthinking. We actually think ourselves out of something that we did really well. And then up and forward, open your upper back, stretch the muscles, release any of the tension on the heart chakra at the back. So the solar plexus, our personal power, nourishes both the spleen and the stomach. And the spleen and pancreas are often grouped together. And then hands on your knees, breathing in and out. Bring your hands into fists at your waist, and then you're going to punch over your shoulder using your breath. That's punching the doubt, punching the pessimism, get it out. Next year is going to be a good year. We've done the work. This past year this 2023 was very tough. So punch, open up the back of the arms, the triceps. Punch that little voice off your shoulder. The overthinking. Bring in the stability. All is well. Bring your hands in front of you. Punch to the side as well. So just release your wrist as you punch to the side. Nice strong breaths as you do this. Use your diaphragm. Open up the solar plexus. Bring in your personal power. Feel worthy, grounded and strong. Two more. 1 and 2 and thumping the thumbs. Calling all T cells that fluff up your immune system. Prioritize your immune system. So staying calm prioritizes your immune system. And then releasing, stretching your legs out in front of you and connecting with the patting. Hello feet, hello ankles, hello flesh suit, knees, thighs, belly button, lower back. And move all the stuck stale energy. Move all the overthinking. Cat in, all is well, all is well. Everything is working out. Everything is working out. On the arms, especially around the front of your collarbone, up your neck, and then into your scalp. So do nice strong taps into the scalp. And then releasing, flex your feet, pull your toes back, lift your heels, press your shoulders away from your ears. And then releasing. Bend your knees, bring your fists in front of your solar plexus or your chest, and then swing to the left and swing to the right. Open the solar plexus chakra. We want a lot of energy in that vortex. So let the energy field nourish your stomach and your spleen. Get all the negative doubts and pessimism out of the stomach. Just do 2 more. 1, 2. Bring your hands into Rudra. Thumb, forefinger, ring finger. Stable, grounded, confident. Lean back. Come up. Leaning back, pressing into your solar plexus. So feel the tips of your fingers with your thumb. Activate these neural receptors at the end of your fingers and tell your brain, I am confident and grounded when I hold my fingers like this. Keep breathing, moving the energy. Can't do anything without breath. Just holding our breath creates anxiety. Short, shallow breaths create anxiety. Two more. 1, 2. Come into turtle. Bring your arms underneath your legs. Your hands on the top of your feet. Drop your head. Round your back. And then coming up to seated. Bringing your thumbs for flushing of the spleen meridian. Bring your thumbs on the outside of your big toenail. Spleen 1. The next point on the second joint of the toe, just below the bone. Press into spleen 2. Opening, clearing over the lump of the toe joint into the arch of the foot, just below the big toe bone in the arch. Tai Bei. Spleen 3. Lovely point for bloating. So stomach issues, digestion. The spleen is how we digest. How we digest all these thoughts and all these things, circumstances that happen around this time of year. And then up into spleen, liver, kidney, one hand width above your inner ankle bone. And then spleen just below the shin bone. But press firmly, it's a yin meridian, press firmly just below your shin bone. All the way into your knee joint, below the kneecap, but in the joint. And then up your legs, just more or less on the quad, but slightly in. Pressing up your ribs, come under your collarbone, 3 fingers. And then onto spleen 21, which is when you put your arms out, down, in. So spleen 20, 3 fingers below your collarbone, and then into spleen 21, and then release. So take your mind out of it, let your energy follow your thought. So come into spleen 21, spleen 20 will automatically be pulled in, so we're not going to zip up and down. So start with spleen 21, breathe in, and then all the way down to spleen 1. Press into this one, and then pull up and breathe out. Come back to spleen 1 on the outside of your big toe. And last time, press and pull. And then lift your knees for stomach. Under your eyes, tap, tap, tap. Yang meridian, lots of energy. Tapping into spleen one, stomach one, sorry. Tap, tap, tap. All is well. Down to number 4. And on top of the collarbone, opening up the stomach. Just tap and pat out this pessimism and doubt and anxiety. Over the glutes, down the side of the 6-pack. Always wonder exactly where that is, but never mind, just do it. Side of your legs, on the outside of the quad. Now move, stomach, move. Under your kneecaps. Move your fingers slightly to the outside. It's about 3 finger widths down. Flex and release your feet so that you can feel this space on the side of your leg, which is 3 finger widths below your kneecap to the side. Stomach 36. Very important point for irritable bowel syndrome or gastrointestinal issues. So this point and the thigh bay point, spleen 3 on the arch of the foot. And all the way down. Nice, strong taps. Top of the foot between the 3rd and the 2nd toe, and pinch the 2nd toe. And then release. Breathing in, stretch up. Flex your feet, lift your heels, fold forward, grab your toes. Pull your toes back and lift your heels. And then coming up to seated in the one-legged calf. So left leg stays out straight, right leg comes across. Stretching up, fold forward. So you're allowing the backs of your legs to release, your hips. Your right heel is near your hip, but there's no perfect place for it. The stretch is along the back of your legs into your hips, squeezing your inner thighs, but release the legs. Just drop your head down. You're pulling your chin in, so you're squeezing on the stomach meridian down the front of your neck. Breathe into your diaphragm. So opening up, all is well. Putting that mantra into the cells of your body as we do the sequence. And then coming up, twist to the right. Lift, twist over your shoulder, open your neck. Squeezing right into the central line of the stomach and the spleen. And then face forward, leaning over to the left. So opening up the liver on the right, squeezing into the spleen and the pancreas on the left. Drop down a little bit more, open up the ribs, release the pressure on the spleen meridian along the ribs. And then bring your arms out to the sides, thumbs up. All is well. Thumbs to the mat, pull your chin in. Breathe in, look up. Hitchhiking and rounding. Thumbs to the ceiling, look up. And rounding. And last time. And release. Hands back onto the mat. Bend your left leg. Your right ankle just above your knee. Press your right knee to the front of the mat. Such a nice exercise to open up the piriformis muscle. Lift your chest. And then come up, Tibetan table. Hips to the ceiling, heart open. Stretching your foot to the ceiling and flex and point and flex and point and flex. Into Tibetan table, hips up and releasing. All the way down. Forward fold, hold the outside of your feet, pull yourself down, breathe in and long out breath. Much air out as you can. One more. Long breath and exercise the respiratory system. Coming up into upside down plank. Point your toes, lift, open your throat. Squeeze your glutes and your inner thighs. And then releasing into the one-legged cow on the right. Stretch up, fold forward. Whichever muscles are resisting, or if you feel any tension in any part of your leg, take your attention to that area and speak to your body. Say to the body, release, relax, open up. All is well. Everything's working out. So it's trust that everything is working out. Moving ahead with trust. If you got through this year, next year is going to be a breeze. We've still got a few days left, I think, till the 30th, for Jupiter retrograde. We are in Mercury retrograde now, and Mercury and Uranus retrograde. So they are both planets of communication. Mercury, the more basic communication, and Uranus, the more higher mind communication, as they say. But with both retro, must check your travel plans, must check your communication. There's always problems with flights and aeroplanes and things like this due to weather conditions, unexpected stuff. Come up, twist to the left, lift and twist. It's just a thing with Uranus. Uranus is still retrograde. Just into your belly. Connect with your stomach. It's nice. Your stomach is the size of your fist. So every time you eat, think, how much can I get into this fist? And lean to the right. It was, I think, one of the most surprising things that I discovered when I attended my first post-mortem was, oh my gosh, it's so little. And I thought it was this big muscular thing, and it's like a small thing. And coming up, thumbs up, yoo-hoo, all is well. And rounding, thumbs to the mat, look up, breathe in and out. And looking up and down, and last time, and down. And then bring your hands into spleen 21 and release. Coming into the 4. So make a 4 with your left leg, with your ankle just below your knee. Knees pressing, lifting. Open the piriformis muscle. The Misty doesn't want to sit on the mat. She's sitting on the chair and chilling. And every now and then, like a little yawn, and I see you still busy. No chance for biscuits now. And lift up to Benton table. And then point to the ceiling and flex and point and flex and point and flex and cross and lift and seated forward fold. Stretch your legs out in front of you, long legs, open the back of your legs. Take a deep breath in and then long out breath. Coming up into boat. Look at your big toe, that's your dress shoe. Stretch your arms out to the sides and then lean back onto your forearms. Just drop your feet, rock from side to side. Roll on the glutes. Open up the lower back. Abundance, value. you don't value yourself, you cannot attract abundance. Just a simple formula. And then rolling into cloud from there. Stress and fatigue. This is the stomach spleen asana. Release the fatigue of overthinking and undervaluing yourself. We can choose our thoughts and we can choose our attitudes. And thoughts have a very powerful frequency. So breathe in, all is well. Feel the abundance, feel the openness, feel the possibilities of thinking differently. Choose where you put your attention. Let's take 2 more breaths in cloud. And then come all the way out into seated forward fold. See how much easier it is to fold forward now after cloud. And then releasing. Crossing your ankles, coming into table. Drum the tops of your feet. Feel the big toe and the second toe, the spleen and the stomach, and of course along the top of the feet for the stomach and along the side for the spleen. And then looking up, breathe in and rounding. Looking up for the cow. Squeeze your lumbar vertebrae. Feel that chakra of abundance in your lower back. And rounding. That's the will to move into abundance. And looking up and rounding. It's releasing tension in that chakra. That's where we hold issues around relationships and around money, which are usually top of mind at this time of year, because this is where all the stuff comes out. When people are forced to get together, left leg up, because it's part of the protocol. So you've got to meet up with these certain people. Take your right hand to your foot, tiger's tail. So be the triumphant tiger. Be sovereign. And stepping through. Pressing into your wings. So open up freedom. Freedom of being sovereign. Pull your right hip forward. And then tapping. Stomach 1. All is well. Moving ahead with trust. Now be true to yourself. And the full moon on Tuesday is all about that. Finding your soul family. Who you resonate with. Bringing your hands on either side of your foot. Tuck your back foot. Fold forward into Paschimottanasana. Flex your left foot. Hold your second toe. Stomach 45. Open up the backs of your legs. Lift your kneecaps. Open up the spleen. Help your immune system. Coming down, kneeling on the right knee, right hand down, left arm up. Looking up at your thumb. And change. Left hand down, right arm up. Twisting. Opening up the shoulders. Looking up at your thumb. Nice neck stretch. And then bringing both arms up. Left arm forward, right arm back. Push into your fingers in the front and the back. So you're stretching. Drop your left arm down to come into the bind. Right arm up and over. Press your right shoulder back. And then the kneeling bind. And then coming up. Interlace your fingers. Pull your shoulders back. Lift your arms, fold forward. Arms coming all the way over. Crown to the mat. Feel your stomach and your spleen. Bring your hands down, come into humble warrior. So your version, so either leave your knee on the mat and keep your arms straight, or lift your back knee and come on your forearms. You can bring your hands into namaste, bring your thumbs between your eyebrows. Stretch the inner thighs, open up the hip flexors. All the stress and tension that sits there. Take one more breath. And then releasing into down dog. And walk the dog. So bending one leg at a time. Lifting your heels back. Open the calves, open the Achilles. Important stretch this for the calf and the Achilles tendon. It's good to keep the Achilles nice and flexible and stretched to avoid injury. And then come into child's pose. Take 3 breaths. Breathing into your stomach and into your spleen. So familiarizing yourself with those organs, your pancreas as well. Connecting with your body, connecting with your mind and with your spirit, your whole being. Breathing, all is well. Coming back up into table, looking up for the cow. Squeeze your lower back, so release tension in the lower back, and then rounding into the arched cat. Breathing in, looking up, and rounding. And last time, breathing in, and rounding. Nice flexible spine, open your nervous system. Your tiger's tail on the right. Point, pull, kick, open up your quad. That's like a back bend. Drop your head back so you're working in the intervertebral discs in your neck. Nourishing them, stepping through. Press into your wings. Pull your left hip forward. Feel those hip flexors in front of your your hip thigh area. And tap, tap, tap. All is well. Moving ahead with trust. Releasing anxiety and doubt and pessimism and confusion. Hands on either side of your foot. Tuck your back foot. Drop into Parashvotanasana. Both legs straight. Flex your right foot. Pinch your second toe. One more breath here. So we went from 1 under the eyes to 45 on the second toe. And drop your left knee down, left hand down, right arm up. Open your shoulder. Stretch your fingers as close to the ceiling as possible. So give your arm a neural stretch. And right hand down, left arm up. So you're lifting out of your shoulder joint, sort of. And then coming up, stretching up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Press to the front, press to the back. Drop into the bind, right arm down and under, left arm up and over, left shoulder back. Belly button in and feel your inner thighs. Nice stretch here. Open up for the spleen. And then releasing arms up Interlace your hands behind you, pull your shoulders back, fold forward. Keep focusing on your whole body when you do the moves, on your breath, on centering yourself, on grounding yourself with the earth element. And then releasing into humble warrior. Whatever you did on the other side, do on this side as well. Feel the opening of your legs. Nice open stretches. When the body contracts, the mind contracts. Then we become really stressed. So flexible body, flexible mind. And then moving into down dog. Come up onto the balls of your feet. So stretch the arches of your feet to come right up onto your toes. And then press back. And all the way up onto your toes. And press back. Your chest goes towards your thighs. And last time coming up onto your toes. And back. Rocking into child's pose for 3 breaths. Long, deep breaths. We want to release anxiety and doubt, and confusion, all those low frequencies. We want to bring in joy. Joy has a frequency of 550 as far as consciousness is concerned. And all this doubt and fear and anxiety is 30. We want to raise our frequency so we can attract more of the same. And then coming up into kneeling, tuck your toes, bring your arms out to the side, press into your thumbs. Look at your thumbs. When your brain sees this, it goes, all is well. And press your thumbs into spleen 21. Breathe in and out. And then twisting over to the left. Keep your left hand on your ribs, on spleen 21, and open the right. So your right arm is over your ear and you're looking as far back as you want to, as you can. And come facing forward. Stretch into your thumbs. Thumbs to the mat and into spleen 21. Twist to the right. Look back. Press. And releasing. Pressing into your wings. Freedom. Freedom from all those negative thoughts. Your choice. Yogis. And releasing into the squat. Round the bubbling springs. Bring your hands into Namaste at your heart center. Nice deep breaths. Feel the groundedness and stability. That's what the stomach meridian is. Stable and grounded. As soon as you feel ungrounded, you know your stomach meridian is taking strain. You have to ask yourself, what am I feeling doubtful and pessimistic about? What is my anxiety? What is my confusion at this point? And then come into standing forward fold. And all the way up, bending your knees, shoulders up to your ears. Wide legs, breathing in. Stretch up, fold forward into Prasarita. Round your hands on the mat and drop your crown towards the mat. Pinch your big toes, spleen on the outside, liver on the inside. And then bend your knees, bring your hands along the arch of your foot, up the inner thighs, all the way up the spleen, past spleen 21 on the ribs, all the way up. Remember, we always include 20 when we press 21. Fingers underneath your eye, tap, tap, tap. All is well, everything is working out. Stroking down the front of your body, stomach, Front of the legs down to the second toe. Pinch, release. Bend your knees. Rolling up and back. Into star. Into goddess. Elbows back. Hips forward. Press. Bring your hands into namaste. Do big hip circles. Open up that abundance. The spleen wants you to feel valued. So feel valued and abundant. Open up that light, that frequency, that possibility. Change direction. And then thumping your thymus. Calling all T cells. Deep breaths. Nice supported immune system. Feet together. Hands in namaste. For the immune supporting warrior. Tadasana. Breathing in. Right leg back. Warrior one. Pressing into your palms, grounding your back foot, right hip forward. Left hand. Spleen 21. Right hand. Tip of the elbow. Triple warmer. Releasing inflammation from being so stressed. Hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. Come into warrior three. Bring in the wisdom of the universe. We have lots of options to release anxiety and stress. Hands down to the mat. Right leg up into the standing splits. So drop your crown. Round your left foot. Step back into warrior one. So joining heaven and earth. Warrior one for base. Warrior three for crown. Feet together. Hands in namaste. Finding the balance. Tadasana. Breathing. Left leg back into warrior one. Stabilize yourself in the warrior first. Right hand onto your left ribs. Left hand onto the tip of your elbow. Squeeze. Full acceptance of your abundance, your value. Warrior three. And then fingertips to the mat. Left leg up. Crown block to the mat. Your left leg can be at any height. And step back. Warrior one. And feet together. Hands in namaste. Connect back with your breath, with your pulse. Self-compassion, self-nurture. Tadasana. Breathing in. Right leg back. Warrior two. Fists onto spleen 21 on your ribs. Into reverse warrior. So keep your right hand on your right ribs. Open the left ribs. And come back. Warrior two. Into extended side angle. Your left hand, bring your thumb and forefinger tips together. Dyan mudra, expansion, grounding the base chakra, balancing it. Expansion and wisdom. And come back. Warrior two. Fists supporting your spleen. Turn your left foot so that it's parallel to your right foot. Fold forward. Prasarita. Pinch your big toe, so feel the spleen on the outside. Bend your knees up the spleen meridian, so along the side of the foot, inner legs, past the ribs, into a big star. Stomach one, tapping under your eye, all is well. Everything is working out. Stroking down the front of your body. All the way to your second toe. Squeeze, release, bend your knees, rolling up. And back into warrior two. Bring in the stamina. Come into a lunge. So adjust your back foot, arms up, and thump. Calling more T cells. Thank you, immune system. We always forget to thank our bodies. We complain when they're not working, but when they are, we never remember to thank them. Feet together, hands in namaste. So thank you, spleen. Thank you, stomach. Tadasana. Breathing in. Left leg back. Warrior two. And pressing spleen 21. And reverse. Nice open ribs. Into warrior two. Into extended side angles. Then flow into the extended side angle. Straighten your back leg. Lift your kneecap. Press into your fingers. Stretch your palm. Long lines. So you're opening this area between your hips and your ribs. And coming back, warrior two, strengthening the legs. We're standing in this position to strengthen our legs. Bring your hands into fists. Again, right foot parallel to left foot. Drop into prasarita. Palm to the mat. Pinch your big toes, spleen one on the outside. Pressing along the side of your foot, inner legs. Through the knee joint. All the way up, past your ribs, spleen 21. Open into your big star, lift your kneecaps, tap, tap, tap. All is well. Down the front of the body, over the boobs, on the legs. Second toe, squeeze, release. Bend your knees, rolling up. Shoulders all the way up to your ears. And back. Into warrior two. Into a lunge. And calling more T cells together. Hands in namaste. And then releasing for qigong, for earth. Soft knees, soft ankles, soft shoulders, elbows, wrists. One flat hand on top of the other. Feel your Shedantian point, your little engine. Feel your hand chakras. Release. Step to the left. Swing your arms to the left. Hold a tray on your left hand. Swing to the right. Offer to the right. And then offer to the earth. And feet together. Releasing your arms. Step to the right. Swing your arms to the right. Hold the tray on your right hand. Offer to the left. And offering to the earth. Feel the energy moving in your fingers and your palms. Moving the energy in your field. Step to the left. Arms to the left. Offer to the right. And offer to the earth. Together. Step to the right. Swing your arms to the right. And to the left. And to the earth. Together, one flat hand on top of the other, keeping your knees bent. Breathing in the balance, balancing the element of earth in your body, mind, and spirit, supporting the stomach and the spleen meridians. And releasing. Step to the left, arms out to the sides. Bend your elbows, fingertips spacing. And then releasing pessimism and doubt and anxiety and confusion and overthinking and undervaluing yourself. Feet together, hands in namaste. So feel tall, expanded. Nice expansive body, expansive mind, expansive aura, open heart, bring in joy, trust, and release. And of course, abundance, abundance. And breathing in for the warriors. Right leg back, warrior one. Base chakra, rounded, stable for the stomach. Into warrior three, bringing the wisdom of the universe. Into warrior two, stamina. Feel energized, releasing all those thoughts that drag you down. Into triangle, trikonasana. Looking up at your thumb. Nice deep breaths. Strengthening your knees, nourishing the liver. And then floating into half moon. And then if you want to, bend your right leg, hold your foot, open your quad, take your right shoulder back. Belly button in, grounded, balanced, stable. Into warrior two. Together, and Zen Namaste. Feel this connection to the earth. There could be a lot of shifts and changes in the earth. A lot of that geomagnetic energy, and we are electromagnetic beings, so we need to stay grounded. Opening up our bubbling springs for the kidney, staying grounded for the stomach. Ardhasana. Breathing in. Left leg back. Warrior one. To warrior three. So be grounded and be open to the wisdom of the universe. Into warrior two. Triangle. Let the psoas muscle release. Let the inner thighs relax. Tuck your chin, look up at your thumb. Kneecaps lifted. Hold the posture. This is how we lengthen and strengthen our bodies. Coming into half moon. And look up at your thumb or down at the mat. Bend your leg, your moon leg. Pull your foot towards your glute. Open your quad, belly button in. Nice balance. And release into warrior two. Bring the stamina back into the body. Feet together. Hands in Namaste. Breathing in, breathing out into mountain posture. Stable, grounded, all is well. Becoming the tree. So nice, grounded, rooted, flexible branches. So thumbs up, thumbs into spleen 21. And then crossing over with your fingers just above your collarbone for the stomach. The left leg rounded, right leg up. Yes, all is well, yogis. Your thumbs are up, that means all is well. Round your left foot, be the tree. Thumbs to the mat, bend your elbows onto spleen 21, right leg forward, pulling your toes back, opening up to abundance, stability, trust. Cross your arms over your chest, fingers just above your collarbone, coming into warrior three. Flex your back foot. Feel your pulse, listen to your breath. Feet together, breathe in. And then strong out breaths. Swing your arms, bring the colors in your hand chakras into your energy field and mix it up. So scooting out all those old thoughts of confusion and doubt and pessimism. And bringing in new ones of abundance, feeling valued. And then come up to standing. Hands in, namaste. Deep breath in and releasing into mountain posture. Rounding your right foot, left foot up. Pressing the foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. Because it's quite tricky with these slippery pants. Thumbs stretching up. All is well. The brain's going, I see the thumbs. They're up. All is well. Yeah. Train your brain. Thumbs to the mat and into spleen 21. Left leg forward. Supporting your immune system. Nourishing yourself. Having compassion for yourself. Releasing all the overthinking. Cross your arms. Round your right foot, coming to warrior 3. Crown chakra nice and open. And feet together. Breathing in, stretch up. Open your chest, heart center open. Abundance from the sacral chakra, solar plexus, personal power, throat open, intuition open, and all grounded. Hang forward. Release your fingers and your wrists. Drop your head. Round your lower back, so feel an opening in your sacral chakra. And come back to seated on your mat in easy pose. Bringing your hands into the Dyan mudra. Thumb and forefinger. Just going to do a nice cleansing breath. So breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose. In through your nose. And out through your nose. Keep relaxing your lower back and your glutes as you do the breaths. Breathe in through your nose. And out through your mouth. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. And then in through your mouth. Out through your nose. In through your mouth. Out through your nose. And then in through your mouth. Out through your mouth. And outside. In through your mouth. And out through your mouth. And bringing your hands into Namaste at your heart center. Tilting your head down in thanks. And yogis, always remember to thank yourselves for all that you do and all that you are. Come facing forward. Let's use our third eyes for wisdom, our lips for love, and our hearts for peace. Namaste, lovely yogis. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Almost New Year. We are getting there, yogis. Lots of love. Mwah. Value yourself. Bring in abundance. Stop the overthinking. Just bring in lovely, abundant, wonderful, amazing thoughts for this year that's coming up, which is going to be light and bright and free. Mwah. Lots of love, yogis.